Alright, I just dumped all that excess items into my stash because it looks like we do have an inventory limit, and it's not my equip load, it's everything that I'm carrying. And I was at 40 out of 200 with all that random clothing. I'm back down to like 16 now. Let's be careful with that. Not a fan of having an equip load overall. It just kind of gets annoying just because you're trying to pick up a bunch of stuff and then you're like, alright, well, here's time for some boring inventory management to break things up. Ooh, that guy's head exploded. I kind of hate this room. So fresh it wiggles in your mouth. Fucking horrifying. Oh my god, I hate that. I hate that. I hate the munchies. Oh yeah, the guy's head has exploded, I think. Maybe. It's really hard to make out. Is this supposed to be like a place where you chill out and watch stuff? Nah, because like look at the... Let's see. Why did it just get silent? It just got silent. Huh. It's like so high up that it can't be... Except... No. I think this is just an annoying... This is like a... Black Mirror 15 million merits, where you just kind of like... You got the discount apartment, so you're forced to like watch ads every day, all day. Like there's gonna be ads playing here in your own fucking room that you didn't opt into, and you just have to deal with that all the time, I guess. Oh well. What happens if I watch TV? Oh, it's over here.
It's time for your local news. Violence continues to plague the Badlands. Shootings have been reported along the 166, and 101. Eyewitness accounts point to inter-clan disputes. Attacks on unaffiliated persons has not exceeded the average. However, in an abundance of caution, the NCPD has raised the threat level to 2, advising travelers to avoid side roads. We'll continue to keep you informed as the situation develops.
Good evening, night.
Foods. It's big. It's so big. Here's a picture of a building. Ow, fuck you. Okay, so what do you need? Clothes. Lots of clothes. It's me. I have clothes. Do you have clothes? Oh, this is just the Matrix. You're just doing the Matrix. That's just straight up the Matrix. How many of these are direct references to other movies? In 2071, we doubled our Antarctic industrial. I'm never gonna. Who would ever read that in time? Just ads. This is just an ads TV channel. I hate it.
You there? Yes, I'm talking to you.
You're on more channels?
What you want out of life? Let me guess. Food from a tube, rusty water from the tap, another murder outside your bedroom window. But what if you could leave all that behind? Far, far behind when you begin your journey to the final frontier. Send the word SPACE to 7299 for a chance to win a one-week getaway for 2 at the Crystal Palace. 10 casinos, 5 pools, top-end brain dance equipment, and the best chefs in the universe. If you're looking for a taste of paradise, don't wait a microsecond longer. Send SPACE to 7299 right now.
And then at the end of that week, they yeet you into the sun. Hey, oh. That poor guy. I see he was the one that was driving that milk carton earlier that I shot. Your neighbor already called? Oh, they're guilting you. They're pulling that Android's Dream of Electric Sheep shit where everyone's just fucking flexing on each other. Oh. Oh, that's foreign body. The ad, that's the thing we read about. The fucking, like, my implants are gonna murder me. Ah, that's the weird, like, guy getting stabbed in the eye. That banner we've seen around town a bit. All right, that's enough of you. Oh, we're back here again. All right, that's enough for you guys for now. It's your meaty delight. What an unfortunate design for an area. I honestly thought that this thing was gonna like project a TV screen in the middle of the room. That felt like the sane thing. But instead you like awkwardly sit here and look over there, or you sit here and look over there. And it's like, can I get a TV that's in front of the fucking couch? That would piss me off. That would piss me off so bad all the time. Jesus. What was I gonna talk about? Something came to mind. And I lost it. I think I lost. Oh well. Wait, what was that? What was that? The relic. So this is coming up again, right? Because they brought this up, and I was like, oh, it's probably just a little bit of flavor text, a little bit of color about the world. But then it's like, oh, it's the immortality implant. I'm like, oh, that's probably going to be a big deal. This debate is probably about a main thing in the game. The relic. Why all the fuss? For years, experts in the field of cybernetics, neurology, and psychology have been desperately trying to merge human consciousness with silicon. Until now, their efforts have been unsuccessful. The scientists have managed to create artificial intelligence that can compare, or indeed surpass, human intellect. Copying the human I has remained beyond our capabilities. The human I? Like the individuality, like personality, personhood. Attempts to do so have merely resulted in sophisticated chatbots, digital beings capable of mimicking human speech and mannerisms, but devoid of self-awareness. Today, experts from Arasaka announced a breakthrough. Their newest project, dubbed the Relic, allows human minds to be copied onto shards no longer than a cred chip. What's more, the shard can be slotted into one's neural port, allowing its user to hear and see digitized personality constructs. Sadly, I haven't been able to personally examine the specifications of this remarkable piece of technology. Access to the relic is heavily restricted by Arasaka, and only a small, select group of testers are allowed to participate in the program. Unsurprisingly, these testers are among the wealthiest and most influential people in the world, precisely the kinds of people Arasaka would have liked to have in its pocket. For the ordinary consumers reading this, don't expect Relic to hit mass markets anytime soon. See, there's kind of a damning thing there. They already talk about how, like, until now, they've just basically been sophisticated chatbots. They do a good job of, like, impersonating people, but that's all they're really doing. And there's not really that much reason to think this one's different. It could just be a more sophisticated version of the previous idea. Like, in just a very, 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 very advanced supercomputer version of a Chinese room, where you're just passing text back and forth and giving an applicable response that's convincing every time. Like, just because your chatbot passes the Turing test doesn't mean it's actually suddenly a real person necessarily. Like, it just means that it's convincing, and that's the terrifying thing. It's like, okay, you copied a person enough that this AI can do a good job at recreating its behavior. That's not immortality. It's only immortality in the sense that legacy is immortality, like your kids or a statue or the impact you leave on the world, but it's not actually you living on in the literal sense. Especially when you get it down to the details of like how computer data works. Like, when you copy something, you start with one copy of it, and then you create a second duplicate of that data on a second hard drive or whatever, and then the two of those exist at the same time, and then you delete the first one. Like, that's generally speaking how it works. If you transfer data on a computer, you create a copy of it from scratch and then delete the original one afterwards. But like, the two existed at the same time, so you know that you're not transferring from one to the other. There isn't a continuity of consciousness. It's like the teleporter problem, where you have like one person exists and then a copy of that person exists elsewhere, but the one person wasn't transferred from one place to the other in the literal sense. It was just, you made a copy elsewhere that thinks it's the original person, and to them nothing's wrong, but that's not immortality. Like, you're just creating a really convincing copy that thinks it has achieved immortality, and the person who actually was trying to achieve immortality is dead now, so they're not going to say anything. The max tack way. Why do I like Kibble and Cop so much? I have multiple copies of Kibble and Cop on the same fucking shelf. Also that one cat. Alright. Does it say ballsy? Yeah, it just says ballsy. Red hot. Tight. Wait, what's this? Thrusting tiger and rising dragon? Alright. Yeah. Let's go to bed. What the fuck, dude? That's not how beds work. I mean, it is. You can do that, I guess, but why? You asshole. I was gonna like, all right, we failed the bookshelf test. Are we gonna pass the sleep under the covers test? No.
Sleep? No matter. Time you got up.
Think I might have caught something when I jacked into that Corpo's biomon. Dunno, neurovirus or... Need to see Vic. Let him tell me what's got my head reeling, my stomach churning.
Okay, let me take you. I brought you a ride. Yeah, throw on some threads, meet me downstairs.
I was sure we weren't gonna, like, I'm used to not passing the bookshelf test, and I'm used to not passing the bed test where we you know, actually like roll into bed and like sleep under the covers on the pillow like people do. But I wasn't ready for the fuck you attitude of him just slumping onto it sideways with his legs hanging off. Not even in the correct orientation for the bed. They're mocking me directly at this point, aren't they? Oh yeah, you want a test? Fuck your tests. Look what I'm gonna do. Why can't I pick you up?
Hey V, Regina Jones here. If you're looking for work in Watson, give me a call.
How'd you find me? How'd you even know my name?
I know where to gather my intel. Could even call me a collector. Later, V.
There's the explosion of taste thing. Machista took over. Or something. I can't really read that. But that's just his head fucking exploding. Jesus. I press F and he goes, huh. Hey. Oh, no, it's this. Yeah, no. He already, she already contacted me about that. What's happening? Is that thing popping? Or is there someone shooting? I think stuff's just popping. Whoa. This place goes way up. Second Amendment. Okay. Your neighbor already called? Oh, that's what I was gonna talk about, yeah. In Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, the whole thing with the electric sheep and everything is that the protagonist actually does have an artificial animal on their roof, and it's because it's that whole your neighbor already called aspect of like, don't you want to keep up with your allies? Like not your allies, your neighbors, like they have their status symbols. Are you flexing back, or are you inadequate? Do you feel inferior? There's this whole performative empathy thing going on in Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, where they put artificial animals on their roofs, and it's supposed to show that they're taking care of an animal. Like, wow, there's so few animals left in this post-apocalyptic nightmare where everything's practically extinct and society's ending, because the book version of Blade Runner, the world is so completely clearly fucked in a way that the movie doesn't really convey, and that most animals are extinct, and so it becomes the
We got a call! We're here to help!
We know you're in there!
How to help here are you? How to help here are you? How much are you here to help is what I mean to say. Or is that gonna go real bad the moment they open that door?
Episode of the Big Eat Show, you know, about Eastern Europe.
Ooh, Chumba, don't remind me. Nearly lost my lunch and dinner. Ugh. I mean, geez, all them mushrooms. I mean, champignon, I get. But those shrooms all covered in tar?
Right? And you can't even wash them down with booze because it's like poison.
I don't know what East Europeans are thinking. I prefer food people are meant to eat. A juicy burger with in vitro beef. Huh?
Thank Jesus we was born in America.
In vitro beef, so they're used to having artificial meat at this point, or at least lab-grown meat. But yeah, there's the whole dick measuring contest in that, just like there always is. Like, oh, who has the nice lawn and shit like that? Who has the nice car? In that case, there's performative empathy where, like, they all want to show off that they're taking care of more lavish and rare and fancy animals, and they're taking good care of them and all that. But they're all extinct, so they're all fake animals, and they just try to, and it's like this thing where you try to keep it a secret from your neighbors that you can't afford a real animal, so you have an electric sheep, you've got fake animals on your roof and it's this counterfeit status symbol. But like, it's also like kind of a background noise where everyone like politely is refusing to acknowledge the fact that everyone's animals are artificial. There's like, reality's so far gone, but everyone just kind of pretends it's better than the alternative. There's a talk prompt, but all it ever amounts to is somebody saying hi or huh? Ritual bowl? I am just robbing people now. Alright. We're having a slow paced intro, but it's because I'm just like, I'm having a good time just kind of wandering around and experiencing the general feel of this place. Obviously, eventually the novelty will wear off a bit and I'll be running around a little faster in some of these spots. But I'm completely unspoiled. I never saw any of this at all. All I know is about one celebrity cameo. Oh! Oh, if you, right, because if you double tap, you dodge. I forgot about that. Especially during this. It's hard to read. It's like Fuyusuki restaurant or something. Whoa! Bye. That was impressive. How do I get that body mod where I'm a fucking ghost? Alright, help me out here a little bit. Where is Jackie exactly? All the way over there. So I get over there somehow. I'm guessing this door doesn't open. No. No, let's get back upstairs. This doesn't seem to be panning out for me. Ah. Yeah, this way will link me around, won't it? These fighters, Lizzie Wizzy and the Meta Dwarves. Whoa. That's a band, right?
Nothing even matters.
Bloody Bout 7. It's probably a video game? The Cartesian Duelists.
Fucking.
What? It's fine, stud man. And I mean, he is covered in studs.
14 is no good. It's just not enough. Wait, you mean 14 a day? Well, that's different. Better. Need to discuss it with my partner in crime. Yes, I call you.
What is he up to?
Boil shit in piss and it still smelled better than this fucking dump.
Choom. Oh, look at his arm scars from his mod. Is the mod in him right now, or did they take it back out or something? All you see is scars. He just sells China, basically.
Hey, yo, V. How about a round or two? What do you say?
Does he want me to box that robot? Oh my god. That's a lot. That's just a lot in general. Just a whole workout area? Oh. The Big 5 Employers in Night City, 2077. It's that time of the year again. We present our list of the biggest and best corps to work for in Night City. Who offers paid vacation? Who pays for employees' trauma team insurance policies? Who provides discounts for daycare and child bodyguard services? Have a look at our rankings below. Number 1 is Arasaka, coming in at Coming in again this year in our #1 spot is the Japanese Zaibatsu Juggernaut. Employees can expect to be fit with the latest in cyberware technology with a loyalty obligation of only 20 years. Oh yeah, you're only signing away 20 years of your life with no escape. 2. Militech. The American arms giant provides its employees with up to 50% discount on all Militech weapons. With a deal that good, you'd be able to put a MK31 heavy machine gun under the Christmas tree for everyone in the family. Not advised. 3. Biotechnica. Our 2077 bronze medal goes to Biotechnica, who offers up to 6 paid vacation days a year. Oh no. 4. Kong Tao, China's latest tech and arms manufacturer, treats its employees to a gold membership with the Trauma Team. Never spend a single minute of your 50-year loyalty pledge. God, you're just stuck with them. You can't escape. Worrying about paying for health insurance or coverage. 5. Nightcore. While this hometown product can't compete with the biggest international players in terms of budget or ambition, they certainly know how to spoil their staff. Nightcore snuck into our Big 5 after a recent announcement to reduce the mandatory work week to just 80 hours. They are a must-apply for all your family-focused folks out there. Okay. Oh god, I want out. Uninstall game. I don't want to be in this universe anymore. Fuck.
How you like my new punching bag? Just gave me a next-gen ass whooping, he did. Be curious to see how he handles the likes of V. So how about it?
A next-gen ass whooping.
Where'd you get him, Fred?
Off the street. Saw him looking up at me with these big, sad eyes. So I took the poor pup in. Fed him, clothed him. Nah, for real. He's a military bot. Got a sweet deal, and a tumor mine tossed in a few upgrades. Now, here we are.
How's it going? Fight's about to start. Not gonna watch, take notes.
Malone versus Hernandez? Nah, our chrome friend here don't watch TV. Don't talk neither. Only way he communicates is with them fists.
Let's do this.
Light on your feet. Keep that head moving.
Sure, I could use a little low consequence practice.
You got one hell of a punch there, champ.
There's Win.
Ever thought of monetizing it? I can arrange a fight or two. What do you say?
Yo, you alright, buddy? You stretching or something? Dude, that was like 3 punches. I'm not even good at that. That's not even what I'm specialized in. Are you tricking me? Are you tricking me? Is this a ringer situation? You're trying to trick me to thinking that that'll be fine?
You go in the ring yourself?
Not anymore. Skull's taking too much of a beating. Reflexes ain't what they used to be.
There's ways of fixing that. Forensic cops should do the trick.
Rather dish out my eddies for something else. It's time I started taking it easy.
You mentioned something about fighting.
I've seen you landing blows in the ring. You've got sharp instinct, good edge. You can go far, especially if you get chipped. These fights, let's just say they aren't legal, but very lucrative.
Yeah, lucrative for who? You or me?
Both of us. I get a small percentage of the total winnings, you know, as your agent. You get the rest.
Oh, I get it. You want to get rich off my blood, sweat, and tears.
Hey, you gotta make a buck somehow, right? At least I'm giving it to you straight. Fights happen in different parts of the city. You choose where you want to go, put down your eddies, and start swinging. You win, you take home the pot. Manage to drop every last one of them, you get a chance to fight in the grand finale. That all clear?
Crystal.
Good. Oh, except you won't be setting foot outside of Watson. Not yet. You can start in Kabuki. I believe in you, V. Time to show this city what you're made of.
That should be easy. Just gotta beat up a bunch of theater kids.
What have you got for sale?
Only top shelf gear.
A two-handed club. I'm guessing the big E means I don't have the money for it. It costs 11 grand. I have 600. Fuck me. Okay, that's not a good start. There's a knife. If you want to have a knife. I think I already have a sword, don't I? Yeah, I already have a sword. Probably be fine. Ooh, crit chance and weapon attack speed and all that. Oopsie. I didn't mean to sit down here. Okay. I don't think I had enough prompt to get out of that conversation. Once I had maybe. Oh, you just walk away. Ha ha. I was like, how the fuck do I escape this? It's electronics. Just the outside world out there. Yep. There's the med center. All in the sun-bleached day.
At all foods, nature comes first. From the very first stages of food production, we bring you bio-quality.
Not a lot of people looking like they're having a good day.
V, your sweet little 45's waiting for its daddy. Purrs after every shot now.
What'd you do?
Let's have a look.
My sweet little 45. Now you mean I need to buy something from scratch, don't you? This thing has worse DPS than the gun I already got, bro. I ain't fall for this shit. I also don't have much money. I have to get used to the idea that you just walk away. Oh. Was there a fucking tentacle coming out of that? What the fuck was that? Are you okay? Collect your gun from Wilson. No, I can collect my gun. What? How do I collect my gun from Wilson?
Let's have a look.
Is this the 45? Oh yeah, its price is 0. Okay, but it's worse than my current gun, so why do I want it? Whatever. It's free. Wait, did it just get stronger? I thought I said it was weaker. Did I imagine that? You've just received an iconic item along with a set of crafting specs. You can use these to craft better quality versions of this item. When a new version of an iconic item is crafted, the original item is destroyed. I feel like that's just like... Usually people just call that upgrading. Iconic items can also be upgraded, just like regular weapons or pieces of clothing. Upgrading improves their levels and stats, ensuring they remain useful as long as you progress through the game. But if you're crafting a new version, isn't that also upgrading if it destroys it in the process? Sounds like two different words that both mean upgrading. Maybe in universe it does something different, but from my perspective it's like the same outcome. I guess this is stronger, 65 DPS. Maybe I was reading the interface backwards because of the way it shows up. I was mixing up one side with the other. Oop. Put it away. No. Yeah, fists. They're no weapon. That is a very controller-oriented radial menu. I got my gun. They want me to head back to Jackie. They're saying to go here, aren't they? My waypoint sometimes says to go to the opposite side of this whole area and sometimes says to go to this elevator. I'm just gonna assume that it's the elevator I need to take. There's more kabuki.
Festival is the Arasaka Corporation, and in an exciting development, even Hanako Arasaka participation in the Dashi program. From all of us at WNS News, we wish you a safe and fun.
So, we gonna talk about yesterday?
It's all in the report.
Oh, I read it. Except there's no mention of me telling you to Delta the fuck out of there. Yeah, no biggie. Not like that cyber psycho was a tank on 2 chrome legs. What the fuck were you thinking? There's a reason Max TAC exists, you know.
Civilians were in danger. What was I supposed to do? Just watch them get mowed down?
Listen, you, me, and every fucking cop in this city might as well be a civilian next to Max TAC. The day they give us the gear they're packing, go right ahead. Be the hero. Save the fucking day. But until then, you keep your head down and listen to me. That understood?
They're marked. I always wonder if those are the same people that were upstairs earlier. What? Oh, it's a kid. I thought there was just like a character scaled down. Tripping me out. NCPD scanner hustles. The NCPD will pay you to help fight crime. Gigs. Fixers will contact you when you approach a gig's location. Fixers. These intermediaries will inform you about local gigs available. I think they might be implying you can go to the question mark first and then just get messaged by the fixer when they realize you're taking the job. Or you can work for the cops. So hands are randos, the badge is cops. And question marks either work the way I said or they're just the ones you've taken already. That's some horror right there. Those mouths. Whoa! That head whipped around creepy like. Huh? Is that you? Is that you saying hello? Wow, you're really bad at hopscotch, you know that? Aw.
Who are you?
Unfortunate. I don't think his new eyes are working. Oh, anti-homeless. This stuff's nasty. It's just like cruelty in architecture, where they have like all these things set up specifically because they don't want people sleeping there. That's why they put these in here. They're specifically just to keep people from laying on this. It's when your city has a homelessness problem, but you aren't resolving, and your solution is just to make more and more parts of the city hostile to those homeless people instead of any other solutions. It's like, yeah, I get it. On some level, like it can be frustrating to have homeless people lingering around certain locations and potentially antagonizing people and stuff like that. But it's also like weird and cruel to put like so much effort into like specifically designing hostile architecture to get rid of them and make their lives worse. Tiger claws. Why is the Ripperdoc updated? Hey, buddy.
Man of the hour. Sheesh, took you long enough. Worked up an appetite, just waiting.
Yeah, that's me.
Let me finish this, and we can drop in on Senor Vector.
All night, every night.
Didn't figure you was the type for Asian. Would have thought you'd find it too exotic.
What do you mean? What's there not to like? Noodles? Check. Synth sirloin? Check. Get some more chile action up in here, and you're looking at Mama Wells' signature sopa de fideos.
Mentioned something about a surprise yesterday. Am I remembering right, or just had a brain fart?
Probably both, because you usually forget shit. But it just so happens, I think I might have bagged us a sweet-ass J.O.B.
Go on.
I mean, maybe it's not as big as that, but just that it's fronted by a little-known someone named Dexter Deshawn. Only the top fixer in Night fucking City. Fat-ass black Jesus of the afterlife. 300 pounds of partly gold-plated cool.
Oh, there's chopsticks just floating in the middle of this conversation. Huh. Well, that's happening. Well. Oh, they got buns here, but I'm a little horrified by the weird layer of trashy, like dirt or oil or whatever the fuck's happening on top of that. Oh wait, that's under the glass. Those are like display buns, so they're like not real maybe. I don't know. Is that supposed to be wrapped tamago? Why is it? Oh, it looks a little distressing on the right there. That might not be tamago. Oh. Is it the Passion of the Christ? Guess. All right.
Dexter Deshawn. What's the latest spec on him? I know you got info to spill.
He's been off the grid for about 2 years. Word on the street was took a little vacay.
2 years? That's exile, not a vacation. What was he up to?
Guessing he shoved pizzas in his mouth while jerking off to hardcore virtues. Important thing is he's back. It's a fresh crew. Found us.
This is so trippy. So he's, oh god. So he's holding one set of chopsticks, a second set of chopsticks is floating in front of him, but every time he eats something, a third set of chopsticks actually does the animation like that. So there's 6 chopsticks on the screen right now. Because whenever he eats something, you realize that he's actually holding 2 sets of chopsticks, one that animates and one that doesn't. That's trippy. Alright, well, we get the day 1 experience, y'all.
How'd you manage to pull this? Trade in your spleen or something? As far as I know, we're not the type to get fingered by Dex.
You, me? Oh, but T-Bug, she's the one that hooked us up. Got us talking. Knew it was a done deal the moment he laid eyes on me. Cause come on, ain't nobody who can resist this. Am I right?
Sure, Jack. Whatever you say. So what's the gig? You meant to come out in one piece?
Our Lord and Savior wants to tell you everything himself, face to face. Oh, no pressure, but this whole deal, he's riding on you now, I say.
Why do I gotta go? You and T-Bug draw straws without me?
T-Bug and Dex go way back, and my face is yesterday's news. Now Dex says he needs to check you, talk to you. Look, V, it's his job, his rules. I can't blame him for taking a personal approach. And it ain't as bad as you think, okay? Trust me.
Guess I got no choice then.
Dex is a real deal when it comes to fixers. Don't get me wrong, don't got nothing against the Padre or Wakako, but Dex is a league of his own.
Don't get me started on fixers. They catch a client, find the cheapest gong to do the job, then drop their corpse at a landfill.
Shit, hit the nail on the head, V. Gracias a Dios. Estoy lleno. Brought your wheels. Gave them to my guy yesterday to smooth over the dents after our dust up with the scabs.
Thanks, Jack. Much appreciated.
You can press V to call your vehicle. See how that works.
Top-notch work Miguel did. Rides like it looks. Factory new.
We'll see about that.
So we rolling or what?
Let's feel this factory new ride.
All right, let's go check it out. And it get fixed up though. It's a pretty cool idea being able to summon your own car. One of the realistic ideas of the future might be the idea that people kind of stop owning cars. Instead, it essentially can be the equivalent of like ride sharing, but without the other people involved. Like there would just be public vehicles, like public transport, but like the car comes straight to you based on like an app or something, and then you ride that off to where you're trying to go, and then the car leaves to go to another customer. It would help. It seems like it would potentially help with carbon emissions and overall like traffic and waste, because so many people just don't need to all have their own car when potentially a smaller number of cars could be transporting the same number of people around without there being a huge fleet of cars across the entire country and world. And that could potentially fix at least some things. It's an idea.
First stop, Ripperdoc and Holmes. Easy on the gas, huh? I just ate.
It's always one of those things that seems advanced and insane.
I'm
And
supposed to stop by Vic's anyhow. I got a date. The end, Misty.
Switch camera. There we go.
She's so sweet.
Go this way.
Really gets me, you know.
It's one of those things that seems insane and utopian until it happens for a bit, and then it just becomes normal and boring. Kind of like the very concept of ride shares and food deliveries that we have now are very, very odd. Oh man. I talked about the lack of joysticks being weird for driving, but like what's even weirder is not having a trigger to pull that's like sensitive, so you can pull it as little and as much as you want. I'm like doing little thrusts forward because I'm like tapping the button a bit to not just go accelerating. Yeah, if there's anything that controllers do better than keyboard and mouse, it's gotta be driving.
Yeah, this is it. Come on, V. Find me once Vic's done dusting your circuits. We'll hash out what Dex has cooked up for us.
Things, oh. The fuck is going on over there? No one even gives a shit. People are still dancing, trying to attract people into that building. No one's even like looking around, like whatever. It's someone else's problem, I guess. They're just completely jacked in coke. People are just fucking over it.
The masters of your memories, for your eyes do not belong to you, or rather, not only to you.
I know my eyes don't only belong to me. Look at them. They're not human eyes. I got spooky, crazy fake eyes.
Do you truly believe that those who have sold you your mechanical eyes have resisted the temptation to peek through them? Cameras are all around us, even within us. Your joys, your worries, your life. For them, it is all mere spectacle.
If anyone was watching and giving a damn, I'd have half the city's underworld and half its corpse on my ass already.
And if you are their pawn, unknowingly carrying out their secret agendas.
You appear to be wearing a trash bag, sir. Alright, thanks, Gary. See you tomorrow.
But who are those who follow every step you ask?
Dr. Vector will see you now.
I'll sit tight over here. Me and Misty got a little catching up to do.
Oh yeah? Somebody fix me, please. Ooh.
Oh my god!
Hey, Zenyatta.
Get next to him. I'll snap a still of you arresting him for revealing government secrets.
Open your mind before.
They're posing around her. Oh, that skull might be bad.
Like, this is Max Nova. I just can't.
They're totally posing around him like, oh, look, it's the crazy guy that rants all day. Oh, snap a photo of me with them, please.
Anybody there?
Yeah, it's me. It's just I'm a video game player. The world as will and idea. But besides all this, death is the great opportunity no longer to be I, to him who uses it. During life, the will of man is without freedom. His action takes place with necessity upon the basis of his unalterable character in the chain of motives. But every one remembers much that he has done, and on account of which he is by no means satisfied with himself. If now he were to go on living, he would go on acting in the same way, on account of the unalterable nature of his character. Accordingly, he must cease to be what he is in order to be able to arise out of the germ of his nature as a new and different being. Therefore, death looses these bonds. The will again becomes free, for freedom lies in the esse, not in the operandi. Operary. Opera, I don't know. Arthur Schopenhauer. I won't pretend to know exactly how to pronounce those two words. Listen, the game has atmosphere, and I'm new to it, even though they had to be a dick and make my character skip forward 6 months. I am having my first day right now, and you're crowding me. Ma'am. The zoom for emphasis.
I've
Okay, you've said that before. Shut up. Hello, light leaking through the walls. Wait. You're the lobby for something that's back there? A different building. That's a little weird. Cat? Ah! Ah! He's got a gun! Oh, cat. Oop, I just walked on top of the cat. Hey, buddy. Oh, you can't crouch and pet. Wait, where's my pet out there? How you doing, creepy little fleshy monster covered in obvious wrinkles? Hairless cats are a little distressing. I was maybe biased against them by Lady and the Tramp as a kid, the creepy ones.
Vicky, surprise every old rip.
Oop. Alright, let's just interrupt that dialogue with a pop-up. Ripperdoc. Though a common practice, cyberware installation is still a dangerous and invasive procedure which can only be performed by qualified specialists. Ripperdocs. It's a real nice, safe feeling name you'd want to hear. There are several Ripperdocs operating throughout Night City who offer a variety of different cyberware upgrades. Select your desired cybernetic upgrade from the list and enjoy your new abilities.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, V. It's been a while.
He's watching the fight.
What do I owe the pleasure today?
Last gig. Had to jack into a client's neuro socket. Think I might have gotten spiked.
Experiencing migraines, nausea, hypersensitivity to bright lights?
Whole kit and caboodle.
All right, kid. We'll sort you out in a flash. Besides that, how are things?
Met a new fixer. He gave me a job. Name's Dexter Deshawn.
Known quantity from the afterlife. No denying you're moving up.
But something you're not telling me, Vic?
Keep your guard up, that's all. I've heard some things about Dex. He's not as chill as he makes himself out to be.
Need some new kit, but tools, not toys, Vic. Time I bumped up my sights and got a grip.
Really? Now? Finally?
Vic, shit's getting real. Got a job from Dex to Sean, hitting the major leagues. Need tech that can perform.
The Dexter Deshawn? Well, that is something. But let me guess. Hasn't paid you yet.
Quit crying, Vic. I'll bring you the eddies later, with interest. You know I will.
Last time. You hear?
Unless I die. Which I probably will a couple times, but then it will just load, so it's fine.
Relax.
So I guess we're set, because you know that well, you don't know. But if you did know, you'd be like, ah, cool, he'll give me the money. Yeah, he has infinite lives. Haha.
Corpo optics. Best I've got, and should be about right under the circumstances. Now jack in.
I get new eyeballs? I just designed these ones.
Kuroshi? Whoa. Vic, nothing tops that on the market.
Sounds like it could come in handy then.
I gave you my word I'd pay you back, but this might be too rich for my blood.
We'll work something out. Right now, I'm just out to make sure you get back in one piece. Eddie's in hand. You peruse and choose while I scan. See what's going on inside.
Cyberware. Cybernetic implants are mechanical replacements for the organic parts in your body. They can give you superhuman-like abilities, which can improve your combat capability and help you survive in hazardous conditions. Although a common practice in 2077, the installation of cyberware is still an invasive and sometimes dangerous medical procedure. Only specialists known as We've been over that. Hello. There's the eye upgrade here, hands upgrade there. You said I need a grip? Is that what you're talking about? Ballistic coprocessor. Increase the chance to ricochet shots with power weapons. Directly links the user's optical implant to the weapons system, offering real-time data tracking. The hell? How is that going to work out, I wonder? We'll see what that does. Kuroshi Optics Mark 1. Enhances your vision. Has an empty mod slot. Kuroshi Optical Cyberware is a widely popular suite composed of electro-neural enhancements with environment scanning functionality. Circulatory system? Increased breach time of breach protocol by 100%. Instantly restores 10% of stamina when you defeat an enemy. When your health drops to 15%, release an electroshock that deals damage equal to 20% of the damage target enemy's max health. Instantly restores 3% health after you discharge a fully charged weapon. There is some stuff in here for sure. That's all we get for now, though, I believe. We are not loaded.
Mark 1, like I said. Decent enough scanner. Displays data on your cornea. Cherry on the top's a built-in external lens disruptor. In layman's terms, any surveillance cam will capture your face as a blur. And just remember, your body will still show up as crystal clear. This should do the trick. Talks to Kuroshi Tech, too.
I'm ready. Carve away.
Excellent. Let's do this. Lay that major league arm of yours right here.
So, what's new in the life of Victor Vector?
Yeah, if I'm being honest, not much. And that's fine with me. I used to live in a world where all that mattered was who's who, what's what, and how's why.
And what happened?
One day, I just dropped it and never looked back. I'll never be a legend in this town, but been sleeping nights ever since.
Sleeping's good. So I gotta just... Oh, it's gonna stab me so many times. But it's gonna fill me with all sorts of things that probably put me under. What a nightmare.
Thanks.
Ah.
Now, a bit of anesthetic and I can start cutting.
Oh wait, no, he's modding my hand. I forgot.
Play by play, though? Really, Doc? Makes you sound like a dentist. Always going on and on.
Don't be mean now. Remember, I'm old. I got a shaky Gannic hand. Could slip. Lights out for a minute, all right?
Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like that. Just pop my eyes out. Oh, they just have you sit in the silence. That's a fun idea. This is, yeah.
Okay, let's test this. See the magic in action. Linking you in. You might feel a little discomfort at first. Blurred vision, low contrast, glitches.
He was holding the eye and I was seeing out of it while he was carrying it. That's fucking creepy.
Oh, this is fantastic, Vic.
Oh, beautiful.
Scanning people. Scanning people with your optical cyberware can provide you with a lot of useful information, such as how strong an enemy might be, who's in their crew, or what type of weapon they use. As a skilled netrunner, you can see a list of quick hacks which can be used against your enemies.
Time for the scanner.
Victor Vector.
Take you a few seconds to adjust, but first time's rarely the charm, with anything really. Scanner should eventually sync with your thought processes and read your intentions.
Congrats on your 60% fire resistance.
I also inject an NCPD file search. Run into any ne'er-do-wells? You know exactly what they ne'er did well.
Database of wanted persons. A database of individuals with bounties assigned to them is now available to use. You can identify these wanted persons with your scanner. Since all are wanted, dead or alive, the methods you use to claim your reward are entirely up to you.
It ought to work like a charm. Now draw your weapon. You should see your ammo count in a brand new sight.
I'll actually see my ammo now. That's why it was missing. Because I had to get an implant for it. Alright, at least now I know what the fuck's going on.
How about the neurovirus from the last job? Can you check it?
Done and gone while we were putting in your implant. And a full sweep on your soft and circuits. Zap the critter. You're certified bug-free.
Shit, Victor, not bad. I don't know what to say.
Say you'll take this and remember the dosage. 2 whiffs now, and another 2 in an hour.
What am I looking at?
A mild stim. Should boost neurotransmission in the short term and muffle some of the side effects while the implant takes.
Thanks again, Vic. You're the best. I owe you.
Go on, kid. Show them what you're made of. And once you hit the big leagues, don't forget where you came from.
I like the continuity here, by the way.
Guard up, you idiot.
Who's winning?
Hernandez. You know, in the old days, that cripple Malone would have been flat on the boards. Now, every last fighter's got extra skull lining. Absorbs 75% of every blow.
Miss it, don't you? How's biz going?
Can't complain. Corpo's learned to keep their distance, and Sokka's back hiring lone mercs. They all gotta have the newest, shiniest implants.
Good thing you got Misty here to help. Handles your griping well.
Yeah, renting out her shop's the best decision I ever made.
You know what? Seems like you're the only person in Night City who's happy with this lot.
You get to a certain age, you drop all your illusions. Life just gets easier from there.
Do you miss it? Look at this. Oh, fight over? Nope, that belt doesn't seem to have meant anything. Look at that. He's got his fighting badge here. He's also a fan of Sayonara Station, apparently. Badge? Trophy, I meant to say. Day of the Dead masks? Yeah, I said continuity because I talked to that one fighter guy over by Dickon, over next to where I live, and we talked about how there's a fight going on right now, and I get here and the fight's still going on. I imagine when the game becomes more non-linear, this stuff will be less continuity-y, but it's kind of cool to see them sort of flex that while they have the chance. Certificate of participation to Victor Vector. 2nd place, heavyweight class. 4th open finals, Watson Boxing Grand Prix. Harriet Boner, organizer. Kishan Roberts, NCBA president. April 3rd, 2061. So 16 years ago. I'm kind of reveling in this, honestly. Like, it's kind of cool to be here. Like, I love playing RPGs, and that's like a clear focus on this channel. I have a whole slot dedicated to just that, and like, part of it's just the fun of like how like the task of making a Western style RPG and trying to like recreate the idea of D&D and all those choices and so on is basically impossible. So it's like watching somebody like fly too close to the sun and then come crashing down over and over again, the Icarus metaphor and all that, because like it's a task that's kind of impossible to ever hit the standard of what I see as being like the perfect cool thing. But like everyone's attempts leads to cool different outcomes, and we get plenty of really good stuff from the indie sector. Like last year's Disco Elysium was just fucking phenomenal, and will probably, honestly, that game will probably still be better than this game. But yeah, one of the real sad things is that as a concept, RPGs are fucking expensive, and they just don't usually sell enough to actually offset the cost. So like half the people that make RPGs, the AAA publishers that have control of them, half the AAA companies that make RPGs, the publishers that control them are like, can you make a looter shooter next, please? So we got like Marathon. And like the ever degrading quality of Bethesda games, where every single one they make for the last like 15 years is less interesting than the previous one that they made. So it's really cool to see CD Projekt it's cool to see these guys coming back, because they're kind of the last AAA torch that's still burning in this genre. Otherwise it's just left to indie and AA, and those people do good work, but like there's a particular kind of game that can only be done by the ridiculous budget that AAA companies have, and like it's a long wait between games, between like Witcher 3 and this one and so on, but like it's whenever it happens, it's like it's kind of good to be back, and you just hope they don't blow it this time, because if they do, then it's going to be like 5 years before the next time. It is a fucking drought. Like, I will never run out of RPGs to play, both because there's classics to play and because there's endless new ones to play that are AA and indie. But man, it's depressing just how long it takes for AAA to even try again. And it's really just these guys at this point. That's kind of a bummer. Especially ever since they gutted BioWare. First making them make... First Andromeda being such a wreck, and then making them make making them make Marathon as their next game. Like, I don't know, man. Fingers crossed. Maybe Dragon Age 4 will be interesting, but they went from being one of my favorite companies ever, and people who made one of my favorite games ever, the first Mass Effect game, which is my favorite, the first one, which is controversial, I guess, but like, let's savor this while it's here, because it's gonna be our only one for a long time. I do not have faith in Dragon Age 4 or really anything else coming out of this sector of the industry for the near future. Kazuo Kana, Ronin from Osaka. Kazuo Kana's name is on the lips of everyone in the boxing world. The up-and-coming light heavyweight remains undefeated after 20 professional fights, 17 of which were won by technical knockout. Some accuse Kano of doping. Others say he has connections with the Yakuza. While training in Night City, the light heavyweight was allegedly seen receiving guests from Japan in his gym. Afterwards, they were then seen being carried out of the gym unconscious. Wide scars have been visible near Kano's ribs for the last 3 fights. Local Ripperdoc say the scars definitely do not look like an appendix removal procedure. Will Kano become the light heavyweight champion of the world? We'll see after Malone takes his revenge on Hernandez. What are you up to? Anything illicit? Dude, he's got a lot of space. A lot of fight stuff. Look how modded these people are. Wipe out. Oh, his whole mouth's ripped out. It was made to Satan again. The most lewd of the posters. Dude, the modded people are kind of terrifying to look at. I guess this is his garage. It's cool lighting, except for the glare. I wonder if I'm getting special glare because my eyes are artificial, so it looks different. There's no real opting out, right? Like, no matter how you play this game or how you customize your appearance and so on, like you have heavily artificial body parts. Like right off the bat, your hand and your eye are being replaced. There is no, I'm gonna be the pure person this time around. All right. See you guys next time when I continue to take my sweet time.